Assalamu alaikum everyone! Hello brothers and sisters from all over the world. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Gulnaz. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to talk about Japanese government scholarship, in particular MEXT. As many of you know, I was living in Japan for 3 years. I was studying there, I was working there, I met my husband in Japan. He was also studying and working there, and we spent amazing 3 years there, and I want to share with you our knowledge, our experience about how is studying there, how you can apply to Japanese university and get a scholarship. So today I will explain step by step how you can apply for MEXT scholarship. So I want to explain why Japan. First of all, it's a very safe country. It's the safest country in the world, I guess. So all over Japan, in any city, wherever you will live, it will be safe, inshallah. So the second point I also want to mention that it's very clean. Everywhere it's extremely clean. They clean the streets, so you feel it's in a unique country. The third I want to point is that developed technology. Also there is very beautiful nature. Wherever you go, all over Japan, you will travel, you will find very beautiful places. So I want you to all apply and inshallah be selected. So I will explain now step by step how you can apply, because there are 3 levels. The first stage is application itself, so you have to submit documents. There are only 2 weeks left. The deadline is 1st of July 2020, and that's why you need to hurry up, submit all your documents. I will explain how to do that. And if you will pass the first stage, the second stage will be the written exam. It will be an English written test. It's not that hard. Inshallah you will pass that. And if you pass the second stage, the third stage, the final, will be the interview. So where you will discuss your thesis, your research plan with Japanese people. So if you will pass the final stage, inshallah you will be selected for the MEXT scholarship. So let's start. Now I will explain to you how you can apply. Okay, I want to explain now how you can apply for MEXT scholarship, Japanese government scholarship, step by step. So first of all, please open your Google Chrome or your internet browser, whatever you have. Write in Google search Embassy of Japan in your country. So I wrote, for example, Egypt. And then you go to the official website of Japanese embassy in Egypt. Then from here you have to go this column, study in Japan. Okay, you click it here. So you see this information. Now they call for applications. So for those who apply for undergraduate, you click it here. For research students here, this is College of Technology. So for me, for example, I apply research students. This is just an example I'm showing you. And then from here, you can read this information. So how you apply and what is this exactly, how you go there, like to apply for this scholarship, like in Cairo. What do you do? So this is application submission date will be 1st of July 2020, Wednesday, before 11 p.m. But I suggest you to apply 1 day earlier just to be on a safe side, just in case. And because of COVID-19, now they made it easier, so you can apply only by email. So all the documents that you will fill in, you have to apply by email. You have to send by email, not go to in person to the embassy. Before you had to go in person, but now you can apply by email. But these documents you have to scan it, okay? Scan it very good, professionally, not just take photos and send, okay? You have to scan. So here they write that to each one they give the examining number. So you have to memorize your number, because they will write in email like if you passed for a written exam or no. So you have to memorize your number. Also, all the documents must be in PDF format. and have to be submitted together. Okay, and all the documents have to be clear. So this is, of course, yeah, you have to do that. Next, required documents. Okay, so notes for application. Let's go step by step through each one. So notes for application, you can read this all information. So what are the notes, right? So for those who apply, for example, for master's degree, so your undergraduate grade has to be 2.8 GPA or above, at least 2.8. Or for example, who are applying for undergraduate, your minimum grade in at school has to be like very good. Okay. Also, if you already have doctor's degree in your home university or whatever you took before, you can apply for a second PhD in Japan again. So that's not a problem. And then next, you can read all this information. Please read carefully, okay? This is for your own good, like for how you can apply and not make mistakes. So all the documents must be written in English or Japanese, PDF format, as I told you, must be scanned. And then next, I want to point this family, first name, middle name. So as I know, all Arabs have long names. For example, my husband has 5 names, but you have to choose only 3 names. So one family name, first name, and one of the middle names. You don't need to write all your names, okay? And then next, if you have a passport, you must spell your name exactly the same as on your passport, okay? And then also hyphenated names must be, they are considered as one name, okay? So please read all of that regarding applications, how you must fill them, how you scan them, okay? The photographs, all. Next, so all the documents also fill in the document by typing, okay? This is very important. Also, you have to submit transcript, grade transcript for each academic year from the last university attended. So you have to submit them, yeah, send them, scan and send them. All right, the next, then you have to also submit your graduation certificates, degree certificates, last attended, and then recommendation letter from your university, from the maybe president of the faculty or the dean of the faculty, medical certificate. Then if you wrote a thesis, yeah, if you wrote before, so abstracts, you have to send them. Next, photographs also, they have to be, for example, yeah, if you are applying for art or music, so attach photographs of them. And the recommendation letter from your employer, if you are employed or you were employed before, provide also recommendation letters from your employers. And photo page of your passport or personal ID card, and then check sheet. So these 12 documents you have to provide. Okay, next move on to second one, process and selection schedule. So this is just an information for you, how it will be and when, where, when is the date, schedule of all the tests and screenings, okay? But it can be changed, subject to change. So read all of that for you. Next, we go to the third one. So application guideline, application forms, you can find through this link. You click this link and it goes to the website Study in Japan here. So where you can find documents, application forms here. This is application guidelines, you can just read it for yourself. So this is quite long, but if you have free time, yeah, you must read this all. Period of scholarship, visa requirement, non-eligibility. Just please read all this information because it is necessary to know. So the process, how it will be. Okay, next let's move on to application forms. So first one, application form for 2021. I have already actually uploaded all these documents. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 documents. I will just open them in my folder. So first one, here, application research. I already filled in, so I'll just go step by step how you can fill in. So first is your family name, surname, Omar for example, first name, Gulnaz, middle name I don't have, but you fill in one of the middle names. Next, gender, male, female, mark. Your marital status, single, married. Then my nationality is Kazakhstan, Japanese nationality, no. Here, photo. You have to provide a photo with these dimensions, and it has to be taken within the last 6 months. Okay. Next, date of birth. This you fill in. I'm 26. Next, current address, United Kingdom. I will not write my address, but just please write your postal code, your city, address, house or apartment number. Next, if you currently reside in Japan, what is your current status? Visa status. So for those who are in Japan, write your visa status. Next, your address before departure for Japan. So you mark here, same as above. Or if you, for example, move into another city or another country before going to Japan, please mark this and provide your address and country. Next, if your address before departure for Japan is outside your home country, do you understand that an airline ticket to Japan will not be provided? So for example, if you move into another country before going to Japan, they will not provide you a ticket from there. They will provide a ticket from your home country. So you have to go back to for example, Egypt, your home country. So you have to mark yes. Okay. Next, for example, where I apply, name of Japanese diplomatic office where I apply for visa issuance, like Embassy of Japan in Kazakhstan or in Egypt or wherever you are. Next, phone number, please write, email. Next, so I want to point at this question, number 8. Have you been awarded a Japanese government MEXT scholarship in the past? So just mark no, because most of you are applying for the first time. Okay, just mark no, leave all these blank. You don't need to fill in because you're applying for the first time. And also all these just leave blank. Okay, let's move on to next question 9. Are you applying for any other Japanese government scholarships, including the programs for which scholarship payments will begin in 2020? For example, if you are applying for another scholarship, like you're applying for MEXT and also for JICA. So these are two different. You can just mark no because these are two different programs. But if you are applying for MEXT for 2 programs, for example, you mark yes. Okay. Next question. Are you receiving or scheduled to be receiving any scholarship from any organization other than Japanese government scholarship MEXT, including an organization of your home country government? So if you are getting, for example, another scholarship from your home country, you mark yes. If yes, so do you understand that you must cancel other scholarships? You cannot get 2 scholarships, for example, MEXT and JICA, or MEXT and from your home country. So you have to choose. Okay. So you have to mark yes, I understand. Next, if you are receiving or applying for other scholarships, please specify the name of the sponsor. So you have to write here what is the name of the sponsor, period, and amount of the scholarship. Okay, next one, academic record. So here I already filled in. Please write your school names, primary education, where, state, the city, year, from which year, and months, total years. Then next, secondary education. Also please write the name of the school, state, city, from which year and how long. All of this please fill in. Okay, and starting from this higher education, you write your higher education undergraduate, the school name. For example, like for me it is Economic University of Almaty, like for example, state, city, from which year, how long, like 4 years. And this I want just to point, they didn't write translation for this one, but it means graduated. Okay, if you graduated, mark this. If you are expected to graduate, mark this second one, or if other, this. And here bachelor level, you mark it. Next, higher education graduate school, so your master's degree. If you have your master's degree, please write the school name, state, city, from which year, months, how long, if you graduated or expected to graduate, or other such status, so master level. And next, graduate your, maybe you have another master's degree, or you have doctor's level, doctor's degree. So you write the name of the school, again, state, city, year, how long, graduated, expected to graduate, or other status. And at the end, you just write total years of schooling attended as of April 1st, 2021. Okay? Next, remarks, you just write, I have completed my master's degree. I am applying for doctor's degree, for example. Or I have completed my bachelor's degree. I am applying for master's degree. Or I have completed all years of schooling. I am applying for undergraduate. Okay. Next, field of specialization studied in the past. So here you have to be detailed and specific as possible. So for example, I will be writing in details. So my field in bachelor was economics. I have studied economics and business, as well statistics and finance. I also have like knowledge in accounting and econometrics, if you have that. So you have to write what did you study exactly in your, for example, bachelor's degree, what subjects did you take, right, in details. All right. For example, next, I also took my master. My fields in master was finance. I have completed 2 years in my master, and for example, also I took an internship in a company. In a company in Kazakhstan. Oh, sorry. Kazakhstan in finance. My thesis was about financial planning in Kazakhstan companies. I suggested so please write all in the details. For example, I suggested to improve the current financial planning in Kazakhstan companies and develop through cooperation with Japanese companies. Okay, next, so you have to be detailed and specific as possible. Okay, please write your studying. Next, have you ever written a thesis? Yes or no? If you're applying for the first time, like for bachelor's, no. State the titles or subjects of books and papers, including graduation thesis authored by applicant, if any. So with the name, address of publisher, and the date of publication. So for example, my thesis was Financial Planning in Companies in Kazakhstan and Implementation of New Methodology. So the name, my name, for example, the date was 27th of May 2015. Yes. Okay, that's it. If you have more than one thesis, just write one more and two more, however you have. And also, if you didn't write a thesis, maybe you have a paper or you have a book that you wrote or a project, please also mention that. It will be good for your CV. Next. So please submit abstracts of thesis in a separate paper with your name on if you select yes in the above item 13. So you have to, if you have a thesis, you have to submit abstracts of thesis in a separate paper, okay? Then the first course you plan to take in Japan. So when you go to Japan, what are you planning to take? Non-degree program, master's, or professional graduate, or doctoral program? For example, for me, doctoral program. Next, preferred month of arrival in Japan, maybe September, October, or they will designate for you. So what you choose, this one or this one? You have to mark. Next term you wish to study in Japan. So for only 18 months non-degree student, or up to the completion of my master's degree, up to the completion of professional graduate, or up to the completion of doctoral program. So please choose one. Do you currently have a job? No or yes. If you have a job, name of organization, please write. Next, employment record. Write the two most recent employments, excluding volunteers and part-time work. So you don't need to write part-time or volunteer work. So my two recent employers were in Japan, Tsuchiura Nihon University Secondary School. I worked there from 2018 of April to 2019 November. My position there was oral communication teacher. Type of work, I have been working as an English teacher for secondary and junior high school students. And my second employer, the first one was Energy Brands Kazakhstan. It's in Kazakhstan company from 2015 July to 2017 January. I was a marketing assistant. I have been working as a marketing assistant and coordinator. Okay, next, question 20. Motivation for studying in Japan. So I already filled in these questions. There are 3 questions, so I will go step by step. This is just an example. You can read and maybe take some parts, but please try to modify. Don't copy all, because it will look like copying. So yeah, please just add your points, your notes. Okay, so first question, what was the trigger for having an interest in Japan? The unique culture, beautiful nature, polite and kind people are main triggers for my interest in Japan since childhood. Of course, there are many other things which I'm interested in Japan, like developed technology and teamwork. I would be really happy to witness all of that and to learn from Japanese people. You can, of course, you can make it bigger. It's actually would be better, but this is just an example, okay? Add more sentences, like um, it will be better for your CV. So they will look and they will see, oh, you're really interested in studying in Japan. So second question, why do you choose Japan as a destination to study graduate level education? Japan is one of the most advanced, well-developed and safest countries in the world. The economy is one of the top 10 stronger economies. The educational system in Japan is well developed and it provides a high-class education in all the fields, giving amazing and excellent experience. I hope to be a part of one of these fields to learn new techniques and get experience from first-class professors to become professional in my field. And third question, what kind of things do you think you can contribute to Japan and your home country through your experience of studying in Japan? So I wrote here, I believe that my ambition, hard work, innovative ideas can contribute to the ongoing development in Japan by my studies there and help in the emerging economy in my country. I would like to establish communicative channels between Japan and your country. So you have to write Tunisia, Egypt, or Morocco to enhance the relationship between each other in the field of your field, for example, biomedical, engineering, finance, and collaborate more in the future. So both sides can get benefits from each other. Moreover, in addition to the above, I would like to build my prospective career in Japan and willing to develop my potentials in the creative environment of Japan. Okay, so these are just examples. Please try to modify them or you can write your own how you wish to do that. Okay, next question, language ability. Japanese, English, and others. So please self-rate on a scale of 3 to 0. Excellent, good, fair, poor. So I will just, you have to rate it actually. 3, 2, 1, or 0. So Japanese reading, for example, for me, it's fair. Writing, actually, it's fair, yeah. Speaking, I would say good. Listening, good. English, excellent, 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 excellent. So you have to choose like 3, 2, 1, 0. And I also speak Russian and Kazakh and a little bit of Arabic. I understand Turkish. So if you know more languages, please write here and add columns for each language, okay? So for example, for me, Russian, I will just write in one language as an example, but you can write more. So Russian for me is excellent, 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 excellent. Okay, next, Japanese language qualifications. If you have GLPT level, what is your level? But I don't have, so I leave it as blank. Other, maybe you have other certificates or qualifications. English language qualifications, if you have TOEFL, IBT, or IELTS. For me it's IELTS, for example, I have 7. And next question, if you have dependents, if you have a husband or wife or children, so you have to write their names here. So for me, it's my husband, Amr Ibrahim Omar, he's my spouse, he's 30, he's from Egypt. If you have children, please also write all of them. Next, contact person in your home country in case of emergency. So for me, it's my mother here. So you write the name, current address, her or his occupation, phone number, and email. Next, past visits or stays in Japan. List from your most recent visits. So for me, it was from 2017 of January, from January to 2019 November. I was studying and working there. Okay, so that's it. We almost finished. You just print this paper and you put your signature here. You write the dates of your application. So for me, 2020, month June, and day, like your day when you write. Okay, so next document is field study research. This is the most important document, so you have to be very careful and write a good research plan. So here, first of all, you write your name, surname, name, middle name, nationality, and here is a guide how you can write your field of study and research plan. And then here they even write that this sheet is one of the most important references for selection and university placement. So you have to outline your field of study and specify your research theme and plan in line with the following items. So this sheet must be typewritten or written in block letters, okay? You see here. If possible, please write in Japanese, but it's not necessary. And this sheet must be created within 2 pages. Additional materials may be attached if necessary. Both a single side and dual side printing will be acceptable. So you can write on this page, and you can write in the following page from the other side, I mean. So here, I will show you my example. Okay, so first question, past and present field of study. So my past field of study was economics and business in undergraduate school. I have learned business and management skills which later on helped me in my work in marketing. I have learned macro and microeconomics, accounting and statistics as well. My master's degree is in finance. I have completed 2 years of studying in this field, and I also have worked in a company in Department of Financial Planning. Studying in finance helped me to develop my skills in management further. Completed 2 years of Masters in Finance allow me to apply for doctor's degree. So here I wrote about my past and present field of study in details and what I have learned during studying in my undergraduate and in my graduate school. So I suggest you also to write what exactly you studied, what you have learned, how it helped you. If you have working experience, also mention that. I think it will help. Okay, so this isn't my example. Next question, research theme and plan in Japan. So what do you want to study in Japan? What will be your research? So research theme for me will be financial planning and management in times of economic crisis. So this is the research theme. And then second, research plan. Here you write your plan in details as much as possible. I would like to do a research in finance, in particular financial planning and management in times of economic crisis. This topic is relevant now more than ever. In times of economic crisis, which is happening nowadays during the pandemic, it is extremely important to have a good management and well thought out financial planning. Economic crisis happens every now and then, repeating in a circle, and if we won't be ready in emergent situations like that, we might face very challenging times. For that reason, I would like to study in Graduate School of Economics and Business and get knowledge from top professors in this field. My goal is to not only study, but also gain experience in working in Japanese companies. I want to see the way workers are dealing with problems in financial field, because as we know, Japanese people were able to get out from the hardest financial crisis before and even be in top countries which has the best economy in the world. This result proves that even in hardest times, there is always a way out from it. I think it is important to react immediately and work in team in such kind of situations. That's what we should all learn from Japan. I hope to get this amazing opportunity to study in Japan and later on share my knowledge with others. So this is my research plan, and I tried to write what I want to study, what knowledge I want to get, how it will help in the future, what is my goal, and also I mentioned why exactly Japan. And I suggest you also to write like that. But this is just, yeah, an example. Of course, you have to write more. I showed this example just to have for you, like, you know, kind of what to expect, right? I suggest you to write more here. Yeah, prolong it to the second page, and inshallah it will help you. So that's for the second document, field study research. I hope it was useful for you. Okay, now let's move on to the next document. Health certificate. I will explain how to do it step by step. So here you have to go to the private clinic or governmental clinic, and you have to do your health exam. So here you write your details: my surname, Omar, Gulnaz, given name, middle name I don't have, gender female, date of birth, please also write all of that. Next, here my height, 163, my weight, 48 kg, blood pressure, blood type, pulse, and then color blindness if you have, eyesight, for example. I don't have good eyesight, so I wear glasses or contact lenses, so you have to write that, all of that to mention. Speech, hearing, then next, x-ray. So for now you don't have to do it. If you pass for the interview, after the interview they will tell you exactly when to do your x-ray, because now because of COVID-19 they changed that. So if you pass the interview they will tell you when and how to do the x-ray, and then you can just send them separately your x-ray. So next, disease. If you have any diseases currently being treated, no or yes, so you have to write what is the disease. Then past illness or disorder, if you have, what did you have, like this, all these diseases. If maybe if you had some of them, please mark like this, mark. Okay. Next, here, yeah, date of recovery under treatment. If you, for example, have been in the past, you had diabetes or kidney disease, when did you have and when you recovered? Yeah, when date of recovery. Next, the other diseases here also, like malaria or epilepsy, date of recovery. Okay. Next, laboratory tests. This also you do it later. If you pass the interview, they will tell you exactly when to do. So for now, you don't need to do it. And physician's impression of the applicant's health. Your physician will write, like, is it good, how bad, or normal. Okay, and the last question, in view of the applicant's history and the above findings, is it your observation that his or her health status is adequate to pursue the studies in Japan, yes or no? And then date, physician's signature, institution or office where you took your health exam, address. That's all. It's very easy. Then you just scan it and send with other documents. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, so next I am going to explain this form, placement research. Here you have to fill in your details. So your surname, my name, first name, middle name, and then gender, male, female, nationality, date of birth, how old you will be as of April 1st, 2021, so after 1 year. Field of study in Japan, so what are you going to study in Japan? For me, it will be Graduate School of Economics. Yes, details. So, what exactly in details you will study? I will be studying PhD in economics, and I think it was like management. Okay, then next you have to write the universities in Japan that you wish to attend. So you have 3 choices. So now I'm going to explain how you can find the universities, schools, and advisors. So let's go to Google. Here in Google, just write universities in Japan, because you don't know, right, what are universities in Japan. And then just open this link, Japan University Rankings 2019, and then it will open you this website where the top, and I mean all the universities of Japan they ranking. So I recommend you to choose one from the top, one from the, let's say, like middle, and one from the lower ranking universities, because if you put all top 3, it will be very competitive and you might not be selected. So try to choose like one top, one middle, and one lower. So for me, I will choose one from Osaka University. Yes, let's see. Yeah, Osaka University, and then probably University of Tsukuba, and let's something lower. Let's say Kyoto. No, it's still very competitive. Something lower, like Nagoya, Shizuoka. Actually, okay, so I know just that Kyushu University is, I think, a little lower. Or for example, you can choose Miyazaki. Or Saitama, for example, University also is good. So, okay, let's see. First one is Osaka University. I chose. I will go to the official website of Osaka University. And then here you have to find the schools that you want to attend. Okay, so usually you just, at the end probably you will go. So faculty and staff here. Okay, it's opening. Then from there, for example, if you go to master's degree or PhD, according to this you have to choose the school, and according to the field, your field. So here, for me it will be schools. I will choose graduate school. For me it will be economics. And then yeah, they open it for me, Graduate School of Economics. So I can write here, the first choice will be Osaka University, Graduate School of Economics. And then we have to find an advisor. So, oops, sorry, this one here. Faculty members. So from here you can choose for now any professor, anyone. But after you will be selected for an interview, after passing the interview, from there you can email some of these professor or all of them, and if they will reply to you, they will get back to you, and they will choose you as a student, so you can change that. But for now, just choose anyone. For example, I will study economics, but I'm more interested in, let's choose, what is here, public finance, statistics. Okay, I will choose, I think, this, public finance and public economics. So Professor Nishimura Yukihiro. So copy his name right here. Oops, why is here? Professor Nishimura Yukihiro. Okay, that's easy. Next, second choice will be a University of Tsukuba. So I go to the website, University of Tsukuba. The official website is here. So it will open for me, and from here I choose graduate students because I'm applying for graduate school, and then from here graduate school and programs. So I choose this one. So here they have graduate school of business sciences, humanities and social sciences. In business sciences, okay, I think for me I will choose yes, business administration. Yeah, so this is graduate school of business sciences. I will write Tsukuba University graduate school of business sciences. So, and now I have to choose an advisor. Yeah, here they have Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration. So here I will choose the staff members. You can actually also, yeah, staff and faculty here. Yes, list by research fields. Then for me it was humanities, social scientists, humanities, social sciences, I'm sorry. From here, economics, and for example, yeah, I chose public finance, public economy, or any other, like, you choose whatever you want. Then here they give you names, and from here you can choose the professor. For example, I'm interested in public finance, public economy. Actually, they are all almost in public finance and economy, public economy. Okay, for example, I will choose just, oh, I'm sorry, no. I will choose this professor, or, no, actually this, okay. It doesn't matter. Kawashima Hiroichi. So I will write here Professor Kawashima Yoichi. And the last university, for me it will be Kyushu University. I will go again to the official website. And from here, I choose schools. I will choose school of graduate here. Graduate School of Economics. Faculty of Economics. It's in Japanese, but you can switch to English here. And so here you can already write Kyushu University. And for me it will be Graduate School of Economics. And the professor, yeah, this is Graduate School of Economics, Faculty of Economics, so staff. You put here staff, School of Economics, and here you can find the professors. So field of specialization here, economics, statistics, local public finance, or financial systems. So what you are interested in, so choose from there. I think I will probably choose, yeah, if they have public finance or they have a foreigner. Okay, so let me just search Japan. Financial accounting they have. Okay, for whatever you choose. I will choose probably okay, money and finance, probably Kenji Iwata. So it will be Professor Kenji Iwata. Okay, next document is a recommendation letter. So this you have to ask your professor, your dean of the faculty where you studied, or maybe an employer also. If you have been employed, you worked before, so you can ask an employer to give you a recommendation letter. So it will be good, like you will have 2 recommendation letters from your professor and from your employer. So here you just write your name. So my surname, Omar, Gulnas, my first name, middle name I don't have. Next, recommender's name. So the professor or employer, an employer will write his name, like, I don't know, whatever, XYZ. Title and institution, like for example, he is a professor of University of Economics, for example, and Faculty of Finance, maybe. And then the address of your university, that university. So, for example, Kazakhstan, Almaty, like by street, for example. I don't know, like wherever your street is. Let's say like 51. I don't remember actually the address. Then the telephone, like the telephone, email, but the email has to be official email. So for example, your professor's email, like the name at Kaz you do, oh no, actually it was economics we do okay, so something, for example, like that. Okay, and then here you write, during which period of time have you had the most frequent contact with the applicant? So I was from 2011 to 2015. What was the nature of your relationship? He is my student. So here you have to write text. Okay, so just I will tell you, like, here, what was the nature of your relationship? He is my student. Maybe this, yeah, sorry. So he or she, actually she was my student. And let's make it less, yeah, she was my student. Then next, here, in what areas does the applicant need improvement or growth? For example, she needs to improve. She needs to improve her research skills, for example, or she needs to improve her writing skills, writing a research, for example, a paper for skills, right? So maybe your professor will write. Please comment on the applicant's interpersonal skills. How well does he or she work within a team? For example, she is a perfect team worker. She's a perfect team worker, and like, she's a perfect team worker, and she communicates well with other people. Something like that, yeah. Just ask your, I think I will make it less to be able, yeah, something like that. Okay, next, how would you describe the applicant's leadership skills? Leadership skills, like, for example, she would be a good leader, but she just, for example, needs to be more confident, for example. So your employer or your professor can write this. Next question. Please comment on the applicant's degree of self-confidence. So how confident you are. For example, she is very self-confident. Then, oops, I don't know why it's not coming down. Okay, please comment on the applicant's personal character. She is kind, hard working, caring, and ambitious person, for example. Then next, Please indicate your overall evaluation of the applicant for a Japanese government MEXT scholarship. Strongly recommend, recommended with reservation. So, strongly recommend. So your professor will choose, mark one of these. Next, please write whatever additional comments you would like to make about the applicant's potential for graduate study in Japan and potential for becoming a responsible, effective person for your country. Additional pages may be attached. And the back page of this form can also be used. So here we will write like the professor will write she no I would strongly recommend my student for next scholarship as she is for example, she is just smart, hardworking, dedicated person. She believes in her dreams and works on achieving them. Like I'm just writing an example. Of course, your recommender will write all of that by himself or herself because he knows you well. Then you just write, like, for example, since I met her, I knew that she will achieve high goals and be well known, like for example, well-known manager in her field. All the time, not like that. For example, in the period of studying, she always tried to use her time wisely, to study, do sports, and like have spare time for her family and friends. Well, this is just an example. It's short, of course. It must be, I would suggest, like 2 pages. So, for example, okay, let's make it like that. For example, you will write here, he will write here, and then the second page you can add also, and continue there, writing about the applicant. And then he just prints and then puts the signature and date. Then you scan it and send as well with other documents. That's all for this. Okay, thank you for watching how I explained to you step by step how to fill in all the documents. And I want to all of you to apply within these 2 weeks, submit all the documents. I hope you understood everything that I said and that I showed to you. I hope you didn't have any troubles understanding. If you have some questions, you can ask in the comments down below. We will try to answer them. And also, we will make another video with my husband for those who will pass the first and second stage. For the final stage for interview, we will make another video with my husband. As an example, he will be an applicant and I will be an interviewer, so I will ask the questions because my husband has experience in that. He already had interview with Japanese people, so he knows some question, he has good knowledge and he can share it with you, inshallah. And another thing, my husband will make another short video about how to make research outline for biology, medical and biomedical fields, because these fields need more pages than other academic fields. For example, for me, I'm in finance and economics, and these fields, they don't need much pages. You just need maybe 1 page to write a research outline. It's not that hard, but biology, medical and biomedical fields need more specifications and details. So inshallah, he will make another short video, so please stay tuned. I hope this video was useful for you and you will apply within these 2 weeks and you will submit all your documents. Inshallah, you will pass all 3 stages and you will be accepted for MEXT scholarship, and in the future you will be studying there, traveling and maybe working in the future, inshallah. So please don't miss this opportunity. It's very great opportunity for you. Yeah, I hope you liked this video and it was useful for you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and if you have questions, comment down below. We will try to answer them. Another videos about traveling and about Japan will be coming soon, inshallah. So best of luck for you and goodbye. apply.